Well, as president of the ICRC, first and foremost, we see in Nelson Mandela, with whom we have accompanied as a prisoner and detainee in Pollsmoor and Robben Island for decades, we see in him a symbol of persons in detention and also of the importance of our work, which Nelson Mandela has recognized as being so important for all the detainees in the world who suffer from isolation and who, by the visits of ICRC, have a special moment in their difficult lives in prison. So it's a remembrance, of course, in particular for ICRC, for the decades we have been together, and he has been visited by delegates of ICRC.
You were yourself a diplomat in South Africa. Do you have maybe a memory, something you want to share with the South African people?
Well, it reminds me how old I'm getting, because I was on my first posting in the Swiss diplomatic service. I was posted to South Africa when Nelson Mandela was still in prison, and I left South Africa when Nelson Mandela was still in prison. So just before the big changes of the 1990s, I was in South Africa, and I was witness myself of the high and enormous symbolic stature that Nelson Mandela had, but also indirectly through some of the inmates who spent prison sentences with him, in particular Thabo Mbeki's father, Governor Mbeki, who left a couple of years earlier and whom I met personally. So my account, or my relation, first contact indirectly with Nelson Mandela was through Governor Mbeki, who told me about his personality, and his personality is definitely what I think makes of him such a special person, because it's the warmth of his character and the enormous intelligence and sensitivity of his political ideas, which make him such an emblematic figure today.